Ginny and Geneva's Adventures by Ruth, Destiny, Kaylee, and Aryaki. General Biology, Sullivan, Period 3, October 25, 2019.
One day, in a little industrial town, many little oxygen molecules were born. Among these molecules were born Ginny and Geneva. They were new to the world, so they set out to explore. Then, Ginny takes both of them to a little forest patch.
Ginny was floating around when suddenly Geneva gets sucked into a hiker walking by. Ginny followed the hiker to get Geneva back.
Both of them go through the process of cellular respiration. Once the two were in the cycle, the two molecules were sent to the last stage of CR, the electron transport chain. Harold, the tour guide, tells them that this is the process of CR. Cellular respiration is the process of sugar becoming energy for cellular processes, and it happens in all organisms and all cells in the mitochondria. It starts in the glycolysis department down in the cytoplasm, where glucose is broken apart and oxygen is used to get energy. Glucose and oxygen are matter. Oxygen goes to the lungs as well during this. ATP is energy and is used and produced throughout the cycles. Energy is the capability to do something, and matter is something that takes up space. There is energy in matter. Then we go to the Krebs cycle, where carbon dioxide is made from the broken glucose and energy, which is matter. And in the last cycle, ETC, we make water, which is also matter.
She gets out and sees Geneva. The both of them being CO2, they get sucked up into a plant on the side of the road for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process of plants making food. It happens in autotroph organisms and plant cells in the chloroplast. Through the tiny pores on the plant called stomata, the photosynthesis process begins with the help of sunlight and water. The sunlight is energy and the water is matter. The plant takes Ginny first with some water from its own roots, while photosynthesis separates Ginny, who is just ahead of Geneva, from the water into their individual molecules and combines them into new products. The plant uses sunlight as energy to perform chemical reactions. This also results in ATP. The CO2 is matter. Inside the leaves of the plant, organelles called chloroplasts that carry chlorophyll take in the sunlight, and one chemical reaction creates sugar, a yummy food that feeds the plant. Glucose is matter. The whole process needs ATP to work out. At the end, the plant releases the two new O2 molecules into the surrounding air, and Ginny and her sister Geneva get out.
Ginny and Geneva are once again reunited and they live a happy life. They now teach their peers about CR and PS. They learn that PS is needed for CR and vice versa, how the reactants and the products from both CR and PS are matter and energy, and how they cycle through CR or PS, and how matter and energy cycle through them. Also, they learn how matter and energy cycle through both CR and PS. They learn that matter and energy are recycled for both CR and PS, and reactants and products such as glucose, that is matter, is transferred for both cycles. The same for energy such as ATP is recycled and is transferred throughout from CR and PS. Ginny taught her peers this chemical reaction for PS: 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O plus energy equals 6 C6H12O6 plus 6 O2 for CR, C6H12O6 plus 6 O2 equals 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O plus ATP. In the end, the major thing that Ginny and Geneva learned was that the energy and matter are so important for the world because they are needed for CR and PS, that are the foundation for life, and they too are part of it. Important for the world because they are needed for CR and PS, that are the foundation for life, and they too are part of it. For a thorough explanation of anything talked about in the last minute, please go back to the story. Now the ending of the story phase has happened. We are now moving on to the presentations phase of construction.
The purpose of the project was to learn and teach about energy and matter and how it matters in life. They are part of the reactants and products that make cycle CR and PS possible in the ecosystem, which are key to the world's survival.
Materials used for this project were the pencil, paper, colored pencils, a Chromebook, and Adobe Spark. The Chromebook and Adobe Spark were used for the video, while pencil, paper, and colored pencils were used for the making of the pictures in the video.